And this little bag here has got a just a bunch of different things in it. I've got tape, cotton balls, dry paper towels, small bandages, butterfly stitches, toothpicks, Q-tips, rubber bands, and some salt. And I've also have one of these little water flavoring packets here. It has some vitamins and some calories and some sodium. So that'll kind of go along with the salt that's here. And I'm going to kind of break this bag open real quick, just show you the things, all that's in here. And so I've taken and put the tape, this is a really good medical tape. I've taken some of it and just put it on an old piece of plastic and rolled it up thin so it takes up small amount of space. You can also tear this or cut this to use it for suture if you didn't have butterfly stitches. And I have some toothpicks, I have some cotton balls, I have some small little waterproof bandages, just really small little guys there. I have some salt and then this flavor, and this can bring somebody back from dehydration, so kind of give them a little boost. Maybe if we got another half a mile to go to get to safety and somebody just can't make it, you know, this and a little bit of water might be what it takes to get them out. So I also have just some dry paper towels. I got these at like Subway or somewhere. They're just, you know, napkins. And then I have my butterfly sutures here, and these are really good. These are Band-Aid brand. I've used these myself, multiple wounds, and held it together great. And you know, you can also pack you a little bit of super glue and just to do small wounds, and then some rubber bands, because you know I'm a fisherman and I use rubber bands every day, and so you can never have too many rubber bands, so I figured it'd be a great addition to my kit. And then some Q-tips rather, and I just took and shortened these guys up a little bit so they'd fit in this small bag for one, but also just because I just felt like you didn't want to use both sides of the Q-tip in the field. There wasn't, and you're holding it with one hand, and this end right here is in a wound, so you need to just toss it after the single use anyway. So went ahead and snipped them off, and they fit in there nicely. And next, moving along here, we have just some different medication I've stuck in the bag. I have some aspirin, some 325 milligram aspirin. I also have some Tylenol, 500 milligram Tylenol. I also have some Dramamine for nausea or seasickness, motion sickness typically. And then I have some ibuprofen, but this is prescription ibuprofen I got on a previous injury, so it's really strong, 800 milligram ibuprofen. Have 3 of those in there also. Those are for the worst of the worst, and hopefully we can just take the aspirin or Tylenol and it'll help us with our pain. And here's some more blood sponges. These were actually some absorbent pads that my wife had that she uses for after breastfeeding and between breastfeeding. They're just absorbent pads that go in her brassiere to absorb milk, excess milk, so it's not coming through her clothes. And so this particular brand was really big and bulky, and wasn't what she needed. To have a smaller, you know, a better, more expensive brand. So she was going to just toss these out, and I said, well, I could take these and use them for sponges for absorbing blood. And so I just labeled that blood sponges. Here is some just some baby wipes or some moist towelettes. I put some in a Ziploc here, and hopefully they'll stay wet. This thing's been put together for a little while now, and they've stayed wet, so that's cool. So that way, in case I need something wet to clean a dried up surface, or you know, dried up blood or whatever it may be. There's some wet towelettes. I have some razor blades I put here. I think there's 5 in there. so I keep those because you never know, you might need some razor blades for cutting. Also, I have some, this is some basically ointment for when you have a rash or a bug bite or something that's really itchy. This is actually a prescription that I had for a really serious rash that I got one time of some poison ivy. So this stuff right here really just knocks it out. It's great stuff. Put it on a bug bite and the bug bite is gone in a matter of minutes. Bug bites don't typically bother me, but like my wife and friends that I have, and family, they get bit by a mosquito and it looks like they got run over by a train. So I like to have this for them, just put a little bit on there and keep them from moaning the whole time we're out in the woods trying to cut my trip short over a bug bite. So have this and have some Neosporin, which is why I have the Q-tips and the toothpicks. Depending on what I'm doing, I can use one or the other to apply it, so that way I don't have the tip of my Neosporin right on their wound. I can just put a little bit on a Q-tip and then apply it, throw out the Q-tip, and keep my Neosporin sterile, so that way I can use this over and over again. And I have some Purell, some hand sanitizer here, just in case you need that to clean up before or after treating a wound. Here I have alcohol swabs, and I have a great big bag of alcohol swabs because I just feel like you can't have too many alcohol swabs because they're great for just sterilizing the around the wound. Even my hands, instead of using the Purell, I can take one of these alcohol swabs, wipe my hands down to keep myself from introducing some type of bacteria or causing the infection on the person I'm trying to help. So it's kind of, you're doing the opposite when you make them sicker than they are when you start working on them. So so I have plenty of alcohol swabs, a big old bundle of them. And then last, I just have one of these little Ace bandages. It's just like a cling bandage. So that's good to have. I can wrap that on anybody. Don't have to worry about taping it or anything, and just wrap it right around and boom, it's there. And so there you have it. This is my I guess I'm going to call it my advanced level 1 medikit. So yeah, definitely need to have one of these. I recommend, maybe not to this extreme, but you need to have something if you're going to be out in the outdoors or even on the road. It's just good to have. If it's a superficial wound that you might be able to take care of yourself, why cost yourself all that money to go and have a doctor put a butterfly stitch on a wound that you could put one on yourself? But it's not just about saving money, it's about helping people, because there could be a situation where you can't get medical attention for half an hour or whatever, so you don't, or even longer, so you don't want to wait. You want to go ahead and get some first aid administered, so that way when you do have the professionals, it's not that hard for them. They've already got a clean wound, and it's a lot easier for them to go ahead and do their job after you've done just a little first aid to kind of prep it. And so here you go. This is my first aid kit. This little homemade, little put together first aid kit, nothing special. But this is Captain Tactical coming to you from my workshop.